Um, Today I thought I'd just do a quick video looking at editing. I'm going to be doing a few of these. These are shots that I got last week on Thursday at a concert held at my school. That I'm going to. There's a few shots. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them that I'm going to edit here. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. The ones that are highlighted green at the moment. I'll be doing another one of these next week or within the next couple of weeks after this Saturday coming up because I'm photographing some motocross over near Whitby. But that's for the next little editing video. I got this idea from a guy called Jared Paulin, a YouTuber called Frono's Photos. Go search, have a look. Anyway, let's get into it. This shot I haven't had a little play with, but I haven't really gone into much depth with it yet. Just so I could kind of visualise where I wanted to go with it, which is probably completely different what I go with here. I'm going to leave these switched off. These little things up here that you see me clicking, they basically dictate if I just make that black, it shows what's like completely blacked out, and if I turn that off again, you on, and that will show everything that is overexposed comes up in red. Yep, simples. Drag that back to 0, turn you off. Right. Firstly, exposure. Always got to get the exposure right first. Then I'm just going to go in and add a strong contrast point curve there before I start moving my contrast slider. Bring that out. Black and white, maybe. Yeah, I think we'll go with black and white. Quite like that. Makes them pop a bit more. Black and white, so we'll make it even stronger contrast like that. Yeah, highlight there. I think I'll bring the shadows up a bit, just for a bit more detail in them. Whites up a bit. Then blacks, we'll just get rid of the blacks near enough completely. Up a bit from that. Out there, just get everything that should be black completely black. No detail means we get rid of a lot of noise in the corners. Which we want as little noise as possible, really. Bit up on the contrast and the clarity. Just to show you what you shouldn't do with clarity is that it makes your photo look horrible. I never go any more than 10, usually. I think we'll go about 5. Drag down, nothing in there, it's black and white. Next, sharpening. Bring it up a little bit. Hold down Alt, allows you to view this while masking. Can't see it at the moment. If I hold down Alt, you get this. It allows you to see the actual mask. If you don't know what masking is, just leave it in the comment. I'll go into that in a further video. It's basically something that comes across from Photoshop. And it's been in Lightroom for a while, but I'll explain that in a later video if you let me know. Get that about there. So what I'm trying to go for is, we just look at the mask, mainly just the edges of them and getting nothing else in. Like if I'm there, we're getting quite a lot of the photo, we're getting a lot of detail in them, and where we want it to just be the finer details that we're sharpening, really. Bring the detail itself up a bit and bring radius up a bit like so. What else are we going to do? Don't want to touch noise reduction because, well, I'll show you where if I just take that all the way to the end, it just looks terrible. Possibly had a bit of a vignette on, just darkens the corners a bit. Bit of a vignette, a bit more about that. Do you want graining? No, get rid of all the noise completely. That looks alright. Temperature. Bring it up like that. And there we go, that's that. Give that 3. Next photo is this. This girl that's featured in those 2 photos, she is called Helen Feeks, I think, just to shout her out. Check the focus. Normally you don't look a one-to-one kind of thing like that, but yeah, catch light in the eye is nice. I want to try and keep that as strong as possible. Exposure. obviously, if we take it too much, we can start to see the noise just in the shadows and stuff here, which we don't want, and a lot of bits of grain around on the edges and in this area here, which we don't want. So bring it down. We want her to be bright, but we want as little of the background as possible to do that. Strong contrast on that one, which, as you can see, just the difference is like you can see the line there, it's quite grey. Bring the contrast in, that's just so much darker, still a very faint line there. Bring the contrast up some more, make it pop. Quote, Jared Paul in there, boomifying it. Get her there a bit. That. Blacks is gone. I want to bring the vibrance down. I don't want it to be too oversaturated. But with that, the vibrance a bit on black and white. That's always one of the hardest decisions, to decide whether you want it in black or white or not. I think with this one we're going to go black and white as well. I think a lot of the shots tend to come out better when it comes to these shots in black and white. So even here you can see some of the noise that's just on his chin and spattered around in places. Head down like that, nice and sharp on the eyes. Radius. You can see by this little graph up here, it kind of, or this little zoomed in bit here, it kind of gives you a reference of like that. Like so, I think. Do we want anything else on it? Do we want bring a vignette in and out? Just a tiny one like that, I think. Now, Lightroom 5 does have this tool that used to just be circles, but now you can actually paint. And we can just cover the whole area that we don't want. That doesn't work too much of it in one go. We just take that, move that away. Doing this works a lot better in Photoshop for getting rid of things like this. Get the tool again. Just taking that. Get rid of this. And we'll just get that. Get that. Get that bit there. A bit more of it here. I've just left this bit in here and you can't really notice it. It still kind of looks like that if you just look at the original. Give you an idea where we're going. In fact, I could probably crop it in just a little bit. Bring it in the outside just a bit. A bit more like that. Just try and get that eye nicely on the third line. So, what else? I think that's all for that one. Give that a 4, I think. Next is this one. I like this one because you can kind of see the outline here. If I knock up the exposure of the board, the stand that had her lyrics on. We just get her like that, I think. It's quite nice exposure there. I think I'll just go with medium. Then contrast. I bring that up. I don't do it too much. Whites down a bit. Blacks gone like so. Clarity. Just a tiny bit. Bring those down just so she isn't too yellowy and too red in her face. Some quite harsh lights there, seems to be making everybody a bit red faced and too warm. Let's get these sliders. So a lot of it is just playing around as you go. Some moving sliders till you find something you like. Temperature too far up there. I like actually. I think give that a 3. That's that one. 2 more. This one, I've been struggling to figure out quite where my focus is on here. I don't know if it's here or here. I might have just got it off with this shot. Too much contrast when you're not going black and white. Oh, bring him up more. Blacks going on like so. Clarity a little bit. Saturation down. Vibrance down a little bit like so. Masking. Do that. That. About there, I reckon. Increase it like so. I don't think it needs cropping or anything else doing it to it there really. And last but not least, this first job is get rid of that. Then I'm going to bring the exposure up there. I think we'll keep this one in colour actually. Leave the shadows there. Bring the whites down, bring the blacks down a lot. That does start to make it go a bit more saturated than I want. I'll bring that down. Keep the colour in his hair. See, this is why you don't, because look what happens to his hair as I do that. Just weird. Sharpening. I think with this one, we'll go about there. Drag that to there. Good part of this sharpening process, especially when you're doing the radius and the details, you can see much easier where your focusing is. So with this one, it's slightly more on the microphone, I think. And then, last but not least, a little bit of vignette. Just on him there. Bring it in a bit. Cause something just in the frame. I'm gonna bring that down there. Like so. I think that is all on that one. If we just hit E, go back into a normal loop view. We'll go through and we've got that one. Put back develop so we can before and after. Before, that's after. Like so. Then that one. We've got before and after. This one. I haven't done a massive amount with that one. It's basically I've just lightened her up, I think, really. This one, I just made it more contrasty. And finally, just more contrast, really. think the skin tones definitely look nicer in this one, but the contrast looks a significant amount better in this one, I think, really. See, if I was going to go into a lot of detail, I might get rid of the little blemishes and stuff and zoom in one to one like this, just pick out things that I don't want in, but I do that in Photoshop with the proper tools for getting rid of things like that. But yeah, that's that. This has been just a quick little edited video. Next one will be out probably next week. I'll record it probably this time next week. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I'll probably upload this tomorrow or Friday. Yeah, that's that. Hope you have enjoyed, and I shall catch you later. Leave anything in the comments, any questions, any tips, tricks, anything like that you want me to do in the future, stuff like that, just let me know. Hope you've enjoyed. Catch you guys later.